Okay, so last time I was on here, we talked about our boy Vitaly. Yeah, Vitaly. Everybody knows Vitaly. Okay. That boy Sally Vitaly. We talked about him getting detained in the Philippines where he was later convicted. Okay, so as of right now, apparently he just got convicted to 150 years. Okay. Now, I don't think he's serving 150 years, but let's dig into the details. Now, that was just the headline. He's not actually getting 150 years, right? Okay, so if we look right here, though, so as of April 10th, 2025, he was charged with vexation, alarm and scandal, and attempted robbery or theft. So it really all started right back when he did the live stream, and everyone in the Philippines that he was around, he kind of saw them as like a puppet to play with, right? He saw them as a toy, and he basically deserted them and effectively made them feel less than who they truly are, right? Okay. Now, if he actually is convicted, okay, he will be sentenced to 25 years in the Philippines, right? So right now he's currently being detained in the Bureau of Immigration, okay, in a detention center in Camp Bagong Diwa, okay, on a pending trial. I'm going to try to go into like this whole type of content because I remember back in the day, this was a huge thing, like back in the day, okay? So back in the day, like at least when I started watching YouTube, I started watching YouTube during like sort of the prank era with like your Prank Invasion, your Roman Atwood, etc. And then as I got older, I stopped really watching that, right? But I used to watch like gold digger pranks, superhero pranks, all that stuff, BF or GF, all that, right? And then, but what I'm trying to get at is that type of content was always so like, really? Like, are you insane? Like, it always fed a weird narrative, but it also was just, why did people do that? And I remember there was like a little bit of a resurgence with like the Gideon and Canel Joseph era, where that same sort of shtick is like a thing, sort of with Danny Duncan as well, where like being crazy in public was like, obviously it's entertaining because who would do something like, who would do these type of things, right? And so I had a friend, right? I had a friend, and he was like trying to get into that type of content, and I had to tell him and warn him, like, please do not do that. And if you're gonna do it, you better phase rugged, okay? Like, you have to, because I'm telling you, with that type of content, you're gonna catch somebody on the wrong day, or just like Vitaly, you're gonna get 25 years. You're gonna get in the wrong situations, wrong scenarios, and it's just not gonna be good biz overall. So I've always been like, bro, that stuff, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I did a video like during the election where I went out in public and I started talking to people, and even there I was like, I kind of don't like even there, trying to make the video entertaining and make it funny, you kind of like make the person kind of the butt of the joke when you do that. And other like, it's kind of hard to like balance that, right? Like, you have to try your hardest to like, the joke's on me, laugh at me, but not the people you're around. And it can be a bit of a problem. Now with stuff like this, right, this is like detrimental, right? I mean, everybody knows, if you're in the YouTube community, or not in YouTube community, but just like, I guess, entertainment in general, like, you're in practical jokers and stuff, a lot of that stuff is either smoke and mirrors, or they truly are actually going out and doing that. And so like the unjust spirit of feeling like that's actually a good thing to do, oh man, it's horrible. Like, the friend I'm referring to, he was friends with a big streamer, and I think that him being friends with this big streamer sort of got him in the light of like, okay, what should I do to like start my content, etc. And so like, that was like, I guess, the idea that, and the thing is, it's not even that it's entertaining. That's the problem with it, is that it's truly entertaining, right? Like, even when Vitaly was doing the catch a predator pranks, and he was like using these people as like decoys, basically just for people to like beat up, like, there's people kind of exploit that whole system of like using, like, they demoralize them and dehumanize them so that they can use them to beat up on them. And so like, Vitaly's basically doing that as well, right? It's kind of like a complex that they have, okay? And so the fact that like just the content in general, right? He was able to basically exploit these people for his gain, financially or just in clout, right? And so like, the bad part is that it's really entertaining to see this happen, okay? It's hilarious. It's it's like just watching some goofball like go around and do like stupid shit. It's always funny. So I don't know. It's one of the things where like, oh man, it sucks. It's I enjoy it, but it sucks, right? It sucks. It always sucks. Okay. So basically what I'm getting at is this type of content has always ran its course during like the YouTube content era, and it's always been bad. So referring back to what I used to watch was like, I used to watch like a FouseyTube, you know, basically any prank channel like Kobe Person, Ethan Bradbury and Mo Bradbury, just like those type of like prank invasion. Those are always the best ones, right? The funniest ones, right? Just during that era, you know, you got like mommy make out day. Dude, when I did my the video I did for the election, when I when I went out, I literally felt like I literally felt like prank invasion when, like, just like before you like preface you go out, you do the camera thing and you're like, what's up guys, we're going out here to investment. It's so good. Okay, so that, I mean, that's really about it. Okay, hopefully he doesn't get detained, but we'll have to see. Okay, it's Vitaly, you know, he's always been a character. Regardless, that's really about it. Okay, so that being said, I'll see you when you're older. Peace.